Hello and welcome everyone, it's your boy Logic and we are back with another best of 7 here between its current year and Contende. So Extreme Meme Team going up against Lovers Squad. Hello and welcome everyone, it's your boy Logic. That's going to be me in the background. But welcome. Sorry it took so long, we had a couple of complications here, didn't hear back from Contende but he's now joined. And for all of you guys to know, I'm trying out a bunch of new things that is all really confusing for me. I'm trying to work it all out and I'm trying to improve as a content creator. They are large leaps and bounds. It is all brand new to me. I'm trying to do extra stuff for you guys so I can make my content better for you. So of course on one or two of these streams I might fall short a little bit, maybe a little bit late here, or do a little bit of this or do a little bit of that everywhere, unfortunately. So I do apologise for being slightly late today. It is my fault. I'm trying out a bunch of new stuff, and of course we're doing all this streaming. I want to make the content better for you guys, so it is going to take a couple of streams and a couple of videos before I get used to how all of this new tech works. Before I was just using bog standard stuff that was all free and was allowing me to just get myself going, but at the moment I'm doing all this new stuff that should be really fun. It looks really awesome to use as well, and yeah, I'm excited about all of it. So welcome. Go Strayer Man. It says Rebane. How we doing, CJ? As well as Joros. Contende is current year. How are we? We're gonna be starting on Outdoor for Outskirts. It's a pretty competitive map. I really like Outdoor for Outskirts. We're gonna have Lizardmen against Wood Elves, a very common matchup here. It definitely favours the Lizardmen for sure, in my opinion. Wood Elves still can win this. It's not impossible. Let's have a look at what the Bound and Protects were. So High Elves, Dark Elves and Lizardmen were the options there from current year, and it looks like banning Greenskins and Lizardmen. Yep, no problem, Contende. Wood Elves ban High Elves. Yep, so that's pretty good. So if you go Wood Elves, of course, banning High Elves is a nice good counter, but I think I'd rather fight High Elves than Lizardmen, maybe? I'm not too sure. Now, I think, obviously, so here's another thing as well from me. I have done nothing on the Cav Beta. I'm on the Cav Beta now. I'm on the Cav Beta going forward. I've had zero practice. I've done nothing on this Cav Beta. So my understanding of what factions are currently good, what factions go against other factions, I'm now learning like you guys are as well. So it's all new. Should be really interesting. And I'm very excited. Things that I would normally expect to see are going to be different. And there's going to be all sorts of interesting things. Current year gaming, baby. So yes. Welcome. So we are going to have... Alrighty. So for all of you guys that are here, what are the things that you have enjoyed about the new Cav Beta? What has mainly changed here? Is there any particular matchups that have really flipped on their head? You know, have High Elves really come back into the meta, or is it still looking pretty poor? Mr. Houseplant, how are we? Is there any things that have changed? I'd be very interested to know. My bad face got mixed up. It's current year, already calling them out. Alrighty. So looks at the moment we've got a couple of people backing its current year, and some guy can Contende as well. Nice, I like it. It's going to be a good one. Give us the word when you're good, Logic. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I am ready. Let's do this. XMT wins too much. I voted Contende. I love it. It's current year. Hey, Captain Morgan. I'm unsure of who to back. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a tough one. So all of you guys that join in, please bear with me for the next couple of streams on YouTube, for the next couple of streams on Twitch. I've got a bucket load of new gear that I'm using on the software side of things that should improve. You know, now if you guys subscribe, you'll see it. If you guys do all of the awesome things you normally do, you see it down on the left-hand side. I've got a bunch of new things coming forward, some stuff for you guys to interact with, and all kinds of things. So a bunch of new software. I'm using a new patch here on the game. It's all new, it's all weird, and it's all crazy. So bear with me whilst I catch up. I'm probably going to say some stupid things here on the Cav Beta, so bear with me and remind me every now and then that Logic, you're on the Cav Beta now. It's not your own home park. It's not the game you know and love. So let's get into this. So we are going to have the Lost Silver Knights here from the Wood Elves. I think that is bold. That is bold against the Lizard Men, that's for sure. Now we are going to see them with Frenzy here, and of course that physical resistance. They are going to have Terror with that lovely armor piercing and 70 charge bonus. 90 speed is just vile stuff. Glade Rider Spears here, lots of them, and lots of them, of course, because we are on the Cav Beta. And we are going to see some Hagbane tips in the front, lots of Hagbane tips. We are going to see a Branch Wraith and the Sisters of Twilight. Sisters of Twilight here with the Eagle Quiver and Conjoined Destiny. We're also going to see the Branch Wraith here with the Pendulum, Earthblood, and Blessing of the Ancients. In the front line, we are going to see some spears as well here. So quite a few of those spears. Some Dryads dotted here, there, and everywhere. So a mediocre front line, but of course the majority here going to be cavalry. So, in the front line for its current year and the Lizard Men, we are going to have some Chameleon Skinks, make that 2, and then make that 4 Chameleon Stalkers. In the front, we are going to have some Saurus Spears, make that 2, with a unit of the Saurus Warriors. Also here with the Cohort of Sota, the Unbreakable Red-Crested Skinks here, that Poison Armor Piercing, and that Refuse to Die. In the back, we are going to have Krogar here on a Horned one. And he looks scary indeed. Not quite Grimlock scary, but pretty scary. Hand of the Gods, Swiftness of Itzel, with the Sacred Spawning of Exotl. Here for the Skink Priest of Beasts, we are going to have Transformation of Gudon, as well as that Flock of Doom and Wild Heart. And in the back, we are going to have that Bastillodon, Solar Engines. That's going to be a key target to shut down here for the Wood Elves. Here coming with that magic damage, fire damage, and of course those great negative to stats. In the back, we are going to have some cheap Feral Cold ones. Is it just the one? We'll make that 2, and we'll make that 3. Lovely stuff. Now, there is some units here in the trees. Let's give it a little look here. So we are going to be having the Lost Silver Knights in the trees, with the double glade rider, double glade riders there with the spears. Should be very interesting. This should be very interesting. Yeah, Twitch is going really well. Thank you, CJ. Yeah, I think not last night's stream, the stream before that, we had about 30 to 35 people hanging out all in one go, which is really fun, really nice. A bunch of new people as well. It was really good. Some of the content as well for the free-for-alls and then the stuff. It was really fun. It was really fun. I did enjoy it. Yes, thank you. Right, shooting in the front line. Oh, big hit there to the dome coming here from the Bastillodon. That solar engine really just grounding and pounding here on the Sisters. But they're going to be shooting their armor sundering shots here into the cohorts. Trying to kill a model per go, and it's not a bad idea, but she's getting absolutely thumped here in the front line. Now, you can't target her with the Chameleon Stalkers, but what you can do is you can get some of those sneaky Chameleon Skinks in. They can certainly do the damage. Here in the front, we are going to charge in with those Dryads, trying to see if we can whack up against the Chameleon Stalkers. I want to try to see a bit of a drop here, use a couple more of those nice blasting charges there they have in the pocket. Look at the damage here on the Eternal Guards with shields, getting deleted by the Chameleon Stalkers here, and of course by those Chameleon Skinks. Now the Saurus Warriors, they need to dip in behind the Saurus Warriors, not run away from them, because now they're going to get no assistance. They are going to get charged down here by the nice spears. I want to call them Hagbane tips, but that's not correct. In the front line, we are now going to be shooting into the Stalkers. Of course, they do have that 40 missile resistance, thanks to the physical as well. But here, getting shot, yeah, it's not going to be too great for them. In the backside, we are going to have those fast, nice Spear Riders, and also the Lost Silver Knights. Now we need to start burning here with the Bastillodon, but he's going to be getting whacked to the face here. The Eagle Quiver going down for the Sisters, and it's like 5 units of range now going to be pouring into that front line, and that's certainly going to hurt. In the back, we are going to have a Flock of Doom going down, which actually will include the Lost Silver Knights, doing some pretty decent damage here, actually, for just a cheap spell with cheap Winds of Magic. Now in the back, we need to take care of this King Priest of Beasts, but it looks like the Bastillon. He's going to be taking aim, and he's going to be firing here into the front line. Boom! Straight down the line here, up against the Lost Silver Knights, doing some pretty decent damage. Will easily take out. Oh my god! Hand of the Gods just deletes the Sisters. They are wavering, 196 health. They break. Will they shatter is the question. That doesn't look to be the case. 30 seconds. We got to be careful here. She could go down. Now we need about 30 seconds, is it, before Conjoined Destiny does pop? Yeah, 30 seconds without taking any damage, and we will see a heal here. Just need to see if she does come back before she goes off the edge of the map. Most of the front line, though, we are going to be fighting. Yeah, we go. Conjoined Destiny back, and she's immediately back online. But we can see the front line is just going to be pouring in here. But that's why I love Hand of the Gods in this matchup. This is my pick. I love it here because Hand of the Gods will delete the Sisters. 2 Hand of the Gods will counter out that Conjoined Destiny. In the middle, Flock of Doom going straight down onto the Lost Silver Knights. Unfortunately, not going to catch them there in the full entirety hold of that circle. But if you do click it on the unit, it will follow, I think. In the sky, I'm going to see that Ferromanticore. He needs to get out and start taking down some of this range. But the backline here from the Lizardmen certainly going to be struggling. Balance of power is going to be in the Wood Elf favour. We did get a ginormous heal for the Sisters. But another Hand of the Gods could really finish her off. Ferromanticore coming over to the right-hand side. Looks like we could be pushing onto the high pain tips. It's going to be coming after... Ooh, nice hit to the face there. Up for the Sisters. They're still going to have some negative to stats. And they're going to be shooting into the Ferromanticore. And the Ferromanticore could keep her busy. That's for sure. But like he is now going to be charging into the Glade Riders. Kroggar here just going to be chilling. Wouldn't mind seeing Kroggar getting a little bit involved here in the front line, trying to see if he can help back up against the Lost Silver Knights. These arrows still pouring in. I think here currently doesn't really care too much about these arrows. They're just pesky little Glade Guard. Flock of Doom in the middle is going to be going down, as well as an Earthblood here to heal up some of those models that they are going to be losing. Only 17 here out of the 24. Yeah, 24 left. So losing a lot of the front line here. Community Stalkers are just going to be arrows poured into their face, and the Community Skinks for that 40% missile resistance as well. Oh, a near miss there. That's really unfortunate. Hand of the Gods out. Hand of the Gods hits, and Jesus, it just deletes the Sisters. So much good damage, and of course they do have to drop below 10%. I don't think 580 is going to cover that. Big shot to the face, and that is going to connect hard. So even if we do come in with a Conjoined Destiny, I don't know what we got left here for them. 821 on top of 87. So you'd be lucky if you get 900 health from that. Okay, in the back, the Lost Silver Knights are going to be carrying this game hard. Now, just like Conjoined Destiny does pop, we are going to be getting 24 leadership, so we now need to move that Bastillon over and use the remainder of the shots here to take out the Sisters. We are going to be running out here of the Chameleon Skinks. I don't see any on the front line. No, because if we don't, these shots will finish off the game. They will kill Kroggar, and they will kill the Bastillon. Bastillon needs to shoot into the Sisters. In the middle here, you can see the Branch Wraith is getting busy here with the Chameleon Stalkers. They're going to be fighting up against this nice big bad beastie. We're in the back. We are going to be running out of ammunition here for the Glade Guard. Unfortunately, they're going to be running very low here. We can see 908 there for the Sisters, 47 leadership. Now, there is nothing really to take her out. Bastillon is going to shoot. Is it going to connect? It is going to miss against the Sisters. We are going to have one shot left, and that has to connect. It almost has to connect. Flock of Doom is going to be going here from the Skink Priest of Beasts. Balance of Power is going to be shifting here into the Wood Elf favour. The shot must connect. Shot is downtown, and the shot hits the tree. No! 2 shots missing there. Bastillon is now out. In the middle, we are going to be fighting here with the Branch Wraith. We do actually have Kroggar in. Sacred Spawning of Exotal, 20% damage resistance there. Or should we say physical? Oh, he needs to snipe that. He needs to snipe that. But he's going to get hit here. The Sisters are way too accurate here to miss, unfortunately. And Total War, I'm going to be fighting up against the Bastillon. In the back, though, the Lost Silver Knights going strong. And I think here that's not going to be enough. That's why I normally take 2 Bastillon solar engines in this matchup. Flock of Doom in the middle is actually going to catch the Sisters, so some damage is going to go down from them as well. In the back, though, we are going to be pressuring the Skink Priest of Beasts. Cold-Blooded going down for him, plus 16 leadership. That should keep him going here just a little bit longer. Earthblood is now going to be healing. Now, we're not going to be able to heal the Sisters, but that is going to be a pull-out here from its current year. Mr. Ludwig, how are we? How are we, sir? Tactical Leech, how are we? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Very well. That was a super tight game. Now, just to let all of you guys know that are joining, because there's got quite a few of you now. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. We are going to be on the Cav Beta here. This is going to be the first time for me that I've ever seen the Cav Beta. Second of all, I'm going to be using a bunch of new software, so bear with me. There will be a couple of things going forward here, a couple of mistakes I will be making, so just bear with me on that one. So guys, welcome. I hope you are enjoying the content. If you do, please smash that like button. I'd really appreciate that. If you do also, and you haven't already subscribed, then that would also be amazing. And if you want to, hopefully, should show your face here up in the top left if you do. So here, 1.7k for Krogan. We should have 350 for the Skink Priest of Beasts, with 2,100 for the Bastillodon. I love taking two of these in this matchup. I love doing it. I don't know if there's a change here from the Cav Beta, but I love taking two. Two for me is the golden spot there. That with Hand of the Gods deletes the Sisters, deletes Cavalry, and deletes the Lost Silver Knight. But people love taking in this matchup, which always confuses me. I think like the Wild Hunters of Kurnos, beautiful pick. I think these have such a large weakness, but of course, they can also win you the game. Now, 705, 270, 430, and 100. A bit of a mixture there between the Chameleon Stalkers, but doing pretty well nonetheless. We are going to see some spears with 640 and 540 for the Saurus. And for the Saurus Warriors, 309. We are going to have 288 here for the cohort of Sotek, with 325 and 135 for the Chameleon Skinks. 400, 600 here for the Feral Cold Ones, with 81 for the last unit. 1.4 for the Sisters of Twilight. They're lovely two Hand of the Gods there. If you connect with the Hand of the Gods twice, it's gorgeous. Like, the damage value you can get there is just exceptional. And it absolutely deletes the Sisters. 109 there for the Branch Wraith, with 166 there for the Eternal Guard, 850 and 400 for the Dryads, 470 and 135 for the Shielded variety, with 800, 700, 600, 500 and 966 there from the Glade Guard Hatbane Tips. Now, from the Glade Riders, we are going to get 660, 640, 280, and 520, with 1.2k here for the Lost Silver Knights. This is very good indeed. Now, Game 2, bear with me while I just search this out. Game 2 here, we will be on to Oak and Hammer. Let's get it. So it looks like here we have from Contende, we have Beastmen, Bretonia, Empire, banning VC, and Dark Elves. So, yeah, very interesting there. But how are we doing, Lich? Hope we're doing well today. Hope everyone's doing well. So it looks like here we've got quite a bit of support for its current year, and we've got quite a bit of support there from Contende as well. Very nice, very nice. So it looks like High Elves ban Brett here from its current year. High Elves against Empire. So this is going to be the main faction now from Contende. Contende will be bringing the Beastmen. He wants to bring the Brayherd, and he wants to bring this home. So this should be an interesting matchup. High Elves against Beastmen. Now, if I take my current knowledge from the live patch, we bring it to the new patch, everything there from the Centaurs, etc., is going to get buffed together. So I think there's going to be no sort of benefit from either side here. I think this is still going to be an even conquest that is going to favour the Beastmen. That would be my natural assumption here from both sides. Of course, maybe some people here can tell me different. Now, of course, we can take the Halberds as well. They're going to be very good here if we go with the Phoenix Guard. We can certainly see Silvering Guard in this matchup as well. They have very good magic resistance. And of course here you do take quite a lot of magic here from the Beastmen. Cavalry, I don't know how well Cavalry really trades here effectively up against Centaurs. But it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I think this is a difficult matchup. I really do. I think you can go elite box here for the High Elves and do relatively well. I think also at the same time, I think the other option there was Beastmen and Empire. I think Empire also trades fairly efficiently there into High Elves as well. I think they've got everything that High Elves have got to offer, but cheaper, wider, and better. So for me, I feel like it's going to be advantage either one you go, but of course here he is going to be better there with the Beastmen. So let's get in here and let's change the scoreboard. Right, so let's get in and change that scoreboard. One there for Mr. Contende. Now, time to start writing some of these things down. Let's get in. So I feel like this is going to be a good day here between these two. Very, very close there on their ability levels for sure. So we have Current and Contending. Contending has been what else? We've had Lisman here from Current. Alrighty, both ready. Oaken Hammer, let's do this. Should be very interesting. You could see maybe a halberd box. Otherwise, we might be mixing in here with the Beastmen as well. Could go all around here. What do you guys think, though? Do you think this is a generically higher favour, or do you think it's generically Beastmen favour? What's your guys' thoughts? But yes, no, I'm doing well. Thank you, Mr. Ludwig. I hope you're ready here for the DBD versus GGX Clan War. I believe I'm playing up against Ninja, as far as I'm aware. It's gonna be my Dowie against his Dark Elves, as far as I am aware. So we are going to have some Razorgore herds in the front line. 2 units of the Chaos Warhound Poisons as well, mixing in with some Centaurs. So Centaurs here, the Groghoos of the Wolf's Run, very strong here indeed. They are going to have the Drunken Bravado for that regen, as well as that Restoration and that Perfect Vigor. 2 units of the normal Centaurs, mixing in with 2 of the Tuskor Chariots. 2 of the Ungol Raiders, 5 of the Ungol Spearmen, also here with Bray Shaman of Wild with just Traitor Kim, and Torox the Brass Bull with, it looks like, a hell of a lot. He's going to have Slaughter's Call, Rune Tortured Axes, Blood Beast, and also the Brass Body. So, a lot of things there. Balance of Power is going to favour the Beastmen from the start, as it always does. I did not know these had Vanguard. Didn't know Tuskor Chariots had Vanguard. Very, very interesting. I can guarantee most of the Beastmen has Vanguard. So, here for the High Elves, 5 units of the Anti-Infantry Light Armoured Rangers in the front. We are going to be having the double, oh no, just a single Lothran Seaguard, 1 unit of Archers on the right as well. And in the middle, we are going to have a Mage of Death with the Soul Blight, Spirit Leech, Aspect of the Dread Knight, and Life Leeching. We are going to have Imric as the choice here with the Dragonhorn, Lord of the Dragons, and Martial Mastery. In the back, we are going to have the Fireborn. No healing with the Fireborn. Very interesting. The Fireborn here, not just gorgeous, but very strong. Here with that fire resistance, physical resistance, martial mastery, bonus is large, and that fire damage with that massive amount of armor and charge bonus. In the back, we are going to have Silverhelm Shields, Illyrian Reavers, and anything else here to bolster that side. Yes, some Illyrian Reaver Archers here on the side as well. Made that 3 units. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. You have lots of cows. Indeed. Yes, he does have lots of cows. 1.4k worth of cows, indeed. In the front line, we're also going to have 3 units of the Ungors alongside 5 units of the Spearheads. Yes. Lots of cows. Now, Ungol Raiders will do quite nicely here. Of course, the majority of their weapon strength is going to be base weapon damage. They are going to have 12 there against 1 armor piercing. So, but here, no shields, barely any armor here for the Rangers. So, yeah, it's pretty nice there. Ready, good luck, have fun from both sides, love to see it. So what this core on the right here is going to do, I think it's going to come down to the cavalry here in this gameplay. The front line should be won here by the Rangers, and they should be able to clear out the majority of this chaff in the front line. Arrow shooting here at the front up against the Ungor Spearheads. No shields for them, so they're going to get deleted pretty hard. So they're in the back though. They have 140 range and a good 90 speed. Now we do have 93 here for the Centaurs, and of course 95 for the Chaos Warhound Poisons. A Vanguard unit, a Spearman as well in the back here. Now we are going to be firing into the front line of the Centaurs. We are going to move in with the Rangers, and that's a nice engagement there for the Beastmen. They'll be more than happily taking on those Rangers. And we are going to move over with some of the cavalry. The Silver Helms coming over. We are now going to get another good, gorgeous charge here from the cavalry straight into the Rangers. They weren't braced. They were turning whilst moving. And here we should be able to get some shots over the top, though. These Rangers are getting hit pretty hard here on the flanks. In the front line, though, we can see the triple Rangers getting ready here. But we are going to be having some cycle charging Tuscle chariots in the front. They're just going to roll straight over this front line. No problem here. And they should be able to pull out pretty effectively. Torox is in, and we certainly need to get our Fireborn and the Co over. But in the back here, we are going to be seeing the archers, and it looks... Oh, sorry, that's just somebody shooting. We are going to see the double archers firing to the left-hand side, but there's not enough really to protect here. If we go in with the cavalry, we'll get round the flanks here with the Ungor Spearmen, and we will be shutting down the Lothran Sea Guard. In the middle, we are going to see Traitor Kin in the pocket, given that slow and damage over time. In this pocket, though, we are going to get Soul Blight to go down for that negative armor. We are also going to have the Brass Body. That means it's going to be a lot of damage resistance, 40% and 24 melee defense whilst he fights up against Imric. The Horn going down for that plus 24 melee attack and fear. That should really aid here in the front. And he also does have his Lord ability, so we will come in here with Lord of the Dragons, which should reduce here as well. So Lord of the Dragons going down. Going to actually put him down to 23 melee attacks, so very strong there. It looks like here Imric is going to be beating the living daylights out of Torox the Brass Bull. 92 melee attack should do some nice good hitting as well there with the Soul Blight that was originally down. We'll give that negative 30 armor. The front line is going to be losing here up against these Rangers. But of course here we are going to be just really smashing this left hand side. We have moved out with the Rangers. That is leaving the backside pocket pretty open. But it's nice here to have some of the cavalry that can really be nice and mobile and moving around the backside there for the High Elves. This front, though, is getting a little bit destroyed on the right. We can see here we are going to be losing the Silver Helms and the Rangers. But in the middle here, we do see that the Fireborn trading really effectively here up against Torox. Spirit Leech going down as well. Him fighting on his own there is really dangerous. No damage for Imric whatsoever. Traitor Kin will do some damage, but not too much. Traitor Kin will do loads up against the Fireborn, that's for sure. Shots pouring into Torox, and now we need to chase him off. He has to go. You can't allow this man to come back. You don't allow him to get any more than the 15 kills he's already impacted here on the High Elves. Now moving forward is going to be the Gore Herds. As you can see here, we have the Tuscle Chariots. What's this? This is going to be aspect of the Dread Knight, giving that magic damage and terror for the Fireborn. Very interesting. That should be good at just removing the frontline infantry. Torox is going to come back yet again, not getting pushed off here, unfortunately. I see that quite a lot at the moment in the current games we're seeing. But as you can see, the Groghus are going to move forward. You can see these throwing axes really delving into the Fireborn. That's where they're going to be utilised the most. Brave Shaman fighting up against Imric. And here in the front we can see archers just pouring here into the cavalry. It's just going to be a little bit slow here on the side. Torox using that brass body and using the ability here. Oh, Lord of the Dragon's going to get popped yet again on top of him. Negative 40 melee attack, negative 24 melee defense is so huge. It's like here we are going to break. Are we going to kill Torox? So is the question. I don't know. 186 health for him. He is going to be able to pull away there from his infantry. Balance of power is even. Now we know that means that balance of power will technically be in the High Elf favour. But here in the front, we can see the infantry is going to be trapping in the Fireborn. The Fireborn down to 121 for models. They'll be going down pretty quickly here. Spirit Leech is going to catch Torox down to 54 health. He will return before dying. Well played there to its current year. He will be finishing that off. We can see we are going to have the Horn going down as well. 24 melee attack should help in the front line, especially with these Rangers. In the middle of the Illyria Reaver is just going to be charging straight into the Razor Gores. They are going to shatter. A lot of the forces is going to break here for the Beastmen. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left online. But it's like it's going to be at least about 8 or 9 here that are going to break on the sides. in the middle charging here with the Grokus. They are going to go straight into combat here up against these archers and rear charge the Rangers. In the back, we are going to be breaking the Chaos Warhounds with poison. And in the middle, we can see Tuskors. And it looks like the Brave Shaman of Wild just trying to cycle charge here in the back and get as much value as possible. Spirit Leech here going down on the Brave Shaman. And here in the middle, good arrows firing into the Tuskors. We are going to get a few units back, but for how long is the question. Nice cycle there into the back of the Lothran Sea Guard there from the Brave Shaman. Should be enough to actually break those potentially. Was getting chased here by the Major Death. He's actually going to cycle charge and get another good hit there. Ungol Spears are going to be poking down up against the Lothran Sea Guard. In the back, though, we are going to lose the Grog Hooves. They're not going to be healing because Drunken Bravado, you do actually have to have a level of leadership. So we are going to push into the backside. We're now going to be chasing the other way round. He's going to get pushed on his side here. He'll get pushed pretty far. He is going to break. That should be army losses and balance of power. Yeah, you see it just immediately shift all the way from middle all the way to the right-hand side. I genuinely just think it's bugs there with the balance of power for Beastmen. So yes, GG's well played to current year with the big Dubski. Now, I've never really seen High Elves take this. Hello, dog. How are we? I've never seen them take this quite in that fashion. But very well played. Very well played. Let's have a little look here. 1.3k for Imric with 1,600 for the Fireborn. We've got 505 for the Major Death with 500, 240, 540, 350, and 150 there for the Rangers. 1,150 for the Lothran Sea Guard. And 1,350 for the second unit. We are going to have 650 for the Silver Hounds with 220 for the Leon Reavers. But the Archers here, 720, 560, and 630. Imric really just punching strong with the Fireborn here. Just deleting Taurox. Taurox and Beastmen are kind of same, I feel, for Norsca. You lose your Lord, you're in big trouble. But 415 with 1.4k for the Brave Shaman of Wild. 150, 130, 180, 250, and 300 for the Ungol Spears. 300, 370, and 260 for the Ungol Herd, with 340 and 220 for the Ungol Raiders. 480 and 300 for the Centaurs, with 720 and 780 here for the Tuskor Chariots. We are going to get 470 for the Grokus of the Wolf's Run. That's particularly low for them, I think, costing at 1.1k. That's a bit of a drawback there, unfortunately. 330 and 220 there for the Chaos Warhound Poisons, but 530 for the Razor Gore Herds. So, GG's between these two. We are going to see the scores now move. Let's get our properties on that, and we will get in with a big Dubski. I don't think High Elves has enough bodies to beat back Beastmen. Oh, fair enough. Hey, Rusty. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Michael Burrows, welcome. All anti-infantry frontline, though, and nothing super expensive to protect. Doesn't seem too much if flanked. Yeah, I think he had a lot of cavalry. I think there was a couple of misplays from Contende. He had a couple of expensive units just standing still. And I think, of course, getting your Lord sniped is obviously huge for the Beastman, because he's a huge amount of balance of power. He is a huge amount. He is a huge amount. Right, just give me a second. I will change the map. Map here will now be Prague. Right, give me just a second, guys. I will be right back. Alrighty. Hello, hello. Right, we're back. So, it looks like we are going to be having Warriors of Chaos, Vampire Counts, and Dark Elves, banning Bretonia and Empire. Okay, pretty strong, pretty strong. I think there's a few ways you can go around this. Let's update here. So we've had Lizardmen from current year, and we've now had High Elves. We did actually have Contende with Beastmen. So actually, both of them could be losing with pretty strong factions of their own. So we have Warriors of Chaos, Vampire Counts, and Dark Elves. Now, what do they struggle with here? Any of they individually struggle with? I think they all struggle against Wood Elves, for sure. You could certainly ban Dark Elves and go Wood Elves. Vampire Counts and Warriors of Chaos certainly struggle against both of those. That would be quite nice, but it's like currently he's going to go Chaos. But who's he going to ban? Oh no, it looks like we've gone Lizardmen ban Chaos there for Contende, sorry. And he's now going to go with Chaos. So Lizardmen is a strong pick. So let's get in here with that. So Warriors of Chaos. And we're going to ban, and then we're going to have Lizardmen. Okay. So game 3 here. We're now going to be going one apiece, and we are going to be on Prague. So, yeah, lots of good stuff coming from this side, and we can see, obviously on the Cav beta, it's probably not going to change too much of this matchup. You're going to be seeing some great weapons, probably going to be seeing some halberds, indeed, to try and see if we can fight up against some of those large dinos, up against some of the cavalry that will come. Should be interesting, though. Mr. Cool Umbrella, hello. Is Fireborn indeed withstand a whooping? Yes, they did. They did. Yes, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Yes, it's one apiece. Yes, it's 1-1. Right. Sorry, my apologies. I realised that with my still image, you guys, I'll have more of those coming forward as well. But I'll have a still image which should just show the scoreboard, hopefully. So yes. Looks like I lost a little bit there. Spirit Reach killing Taurox and following one of the Shaman round was hell of a clutch. Yeah, I kept it busy, yeah. He really should have fought amongst Fireborn for so long with 70% flame resistance. It's easy tanking. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what Tactical Leech said. And it's even more than that. It's actually even more than that. So as much as Tactical Leech is right, he's also wrong, because it's actually 90% resistance, because they also have 20% physical resistance. So they're fighting at 90% resistance. So Fireborn have 90% resistance if you combine the two. So obviously if you're going to be whacking with that hammer that has fire damage with melee combat, you're not going to do too much. You're going to do 10% damage for every successful hit you have. Even with 500 armor piercing weapon strength, that's going to bring it down to a measly 50. So it's not a lot. It's not a lot. Bring the Sun Eater. Ooh, maybe, Mr. Cool Umbrella, maybe. Sun Eater could be very strong here. It could be very strong. I wouldn't mind seeing the Sun Eater. Yeah, sorry if I popped away for a second, guys. Just made myself a cup of tea, that was all. So we can get this stream underway. So welcome back, everybody. Hope we're all doing well. Of course, if you guys are enjoying this, do bear with me. It's a brand new patch for myself. Not playing the Cav patch at all. Not even a small amount. This is the first time I'm seeing any of it at all. So I'm trying to take it all in, trying to learn. My knowledge of what will now change. And of course here I'm using a bunch of new software for myself here on the live streams. So bear with me whilst I'm trying to help improve my streaming and casting and video making abilities. And I'm trying to constantly evolve, constantly improve, and get better at all of this. You know, trying to keep up with everybody else in the current time. So here in the front line, we can see 3 of the Chameleon Skinks, mixing in with 3 units of the Chameleon Stalkers. In the back, we are going to have Oxyotl as well for some of that firing prowess. Now we are going to have the Master Predator and Cold-Blooded, and that's it. And here we are going to have 2 of the Razordon Hunting Packs, mixing in with the Red-Crested Skinks, make that 3. And also it looks like Kroxigors, the Skink Priest of Beast with the transformation of Gudon and Wild Form. So for that armor pierce, so that base weapon damage and armor, I believe. And also there with Wildheart. We'll have more Red-Crested Skinks in the front line. No ROR, very interestingly. But yes, a very good armor-piercing force indeed. Now, I believe Wild Form is base weapon damage, armor-piercing, and 30 armor. Oh, get off me. Get absolutely off me. I love it. Right, front line here, we are going to be having the Chaos Marauders. 4 units, mixing in with some of the Great Weapon Marauders as well. Double Chariots. Could be very difficult to deal with. Sarthorial here on the floor. He's going to be looking menacing indeed. The Chicken Lord himself, KFC Man, he will have the Stand or Die Arcane Conduit with the Scroll of Power. Here with the Final Transmutation, Plague of Rust, and the Searing Doom. Miscast chance is 100%, so it causes damage to use the Scroll of Power. Very interesting. Double of those Manticores in the sky for that Terror with the double Chaos Knights with Lances. Oh, and 2 units here of the Marauder Horsemen. On the side, we are going to have a unit of the Chaos Warhounds with Poison. But 2 Chaos Knights with Lances. When did I ever see a force like this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yes, let's get this underway. Overcast AoE is nice. Yes, for Wild Form, yes, I can imagine it's very nice, yes. FPS drop for anybody. Not for me, not on my side. Maybe you guys might have seen something. Maybe just a cheeky refresh might do the trick. Could just be the internet, guys. Could just be the internet. So, in the front line, getting those blasting charges ready. As we can see here, the Chameleon Stalker is going to be searching out for some of that lightly armoured infantry here. The Chaos Marauder is going to be a perfect choice. But coming also forward is going to be those Chaos Knights with Lances. They are going to punch hard. You need to get something else here up in the front. You need to get that poison in. Blasting charges, punch in the face of the Knights. 120 armor. That's a lot of damage for 120 armor, I must admit. 75 missile strength is doing quite a good amount of work. Fan Manticore goes down. God damn it. Oxyotl must have sniped the living bejeebus out of that. I missed that completely. But that Chaos Manticore got destroyed. God damn it. Okay, in the front line here we can see the Chaos Knights with Lancers charging back. Getting shot here quite a bit by the range and the blasting charge Stalkers. So the Red-Crested Skinks are going to move into the front line, try and see if they can thump up against the Chaos Marauders. Only 15 armor for them, which should still do pretty well. In the front here we are going to get a Manticore Summon. With that Manticore Summon, what I'm going to try and see, maybe if you could snipe Athariel, or maybe come here after the Chaos Chariots. On the side here, the Red-Crested Skinks will be fighting. Doing pretty well so far as well. We also got some Marauders in here. Wouldn't mind getting them, squeezing them through the gap, getting a nice recharge, or maybe getting here onto the Chameleon Skinks. We are going to shatter some Red-Cresteds on the left-hand side, but the battlefield is looking relatively even here, I think. Over here on the side, what we're going to get? We might get a Flock of Doom. Oh, an overcasted Final Transmutation. That's going to hit there for the Kroxigors, going to hit for the Ferromanticore as well, and actually break the Chameleon Stalkers. Nice work. Over here in the back, what can we see? We can see that the Razordon Hunting Packs are getting pushed onto here by the Chaos Warhound Poisons and the Marauder Horsemen. Some of those lovely firing angles there from the Huntsman just really going to be pouring into the Marauder Horsemen. We can see some of the javelins coming in, the blow darts coming in from the Chameleon Skinks as well. They're going to be poisoning and just pushing off the lightly armoured skirmish. In the middle, Ferromanticore is just going to be going absolutely berserk, but the Crucicles are struggling. I think that that fun transportation there really did some damage up against them. What's up, guys? It looks like we are having some problems here with Steam. In the middle, Sartorial, the Everwatcher, is just going to be around, just waiting. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more melee combat. He's actually such a good melee combatant. He has 60 melee attack. He really needs to get in there and start doing the dirty work as well. Where is Oxyotl? That's the question. Oxyotl's at the back. He's going to be kiting some of the Chaos Marauders. I wouldn't mind seeing him getting forward to see if he can kite up against Sartorial. Does he have magic damage? He does. That's a shame. That's 75% resistance there from Sartorial. That's kind of why I don't really like Oxyotl sometimes, especially in this matchup. And what we can see here, Skin Priest the Beast is going to be fighting here up against the Chaos with their Marauders. We are going to be in with the Chaos Knights with Lances as well. They're going to get that beautiful 80 charge bonus all in the face here of the Lizard Men. Balance of Power pulling very heavily in the Chaos favor. They are going to be doing lots of damage here in the backside. We can see some of the skirmish as well. It's going to be dealing with the Chameleon Skinks. In the back, looks like we have Sartorial causing terror as well. And there's really nothing here we can do with the Legendary Lord. He's going to be in the back just poking and stroking. We're not doing too much else. Skin Priest the Beast going down. It could be a huge problem. We certainly need to chase that off. We can't afford for that to come back. That's going to come back very quickly here. So Sartorial is going to push back into the middle line, but it needs someone to chase this off. Oxyotl is just going to be shooting in the middle up against the Chaos Chariots. That's probably his best choice to try and snipe here. And immediately, for not chasing off the Skin Priest the Beast, we are now going to get in a Ferromanticore for that trade. That's why we chase off all of our casters, ladies and gentlemen. But we are going to move in here for the snipe of the Ferromanticore. It looks like we are going to have a fun transportation in the pocket. Just a single one. Just going to be hitting here up against some of the Knights. That Manticore will kill Knights. 31 models left here. 30 now. 29. So you can see they are going to be falling here under the might of the Ferromanticore and those Croxigors. Got a nice overview here. We can see that actually has some of the Chaos Warhound poisons just in the pocket, doing that good poison damage and trying to delete all that cheap infantry. Good rear charges and -2 melee, and also those very nice leadership stats. Red Crested Skinks are going to be pushing off some of the great weapons, and coming back is going to be another unit. Good luck, have fun. Love the I love all the friendly gameplay here between these two. Ferromanticore is going to be rampaging. Hits into Sartorial with a nice punch. Sartorial certainly felt that, that's for sure. He's going to punch that back, though, pretty hard here up against the Ferromanticore. Skin Priest is going to break. Balance of Power is soon closing. We can see the Crossgores are wavering, shattering, and that is going to be army losses here for the Lizard Men. Very close indeed. But, of course, a little bit of a tidbit there for you guys. If you do see the caster breaking, he is going to be down to terror. Push him off. I know it's going to take 20 seconds of your time, but then nothing can come back to bite you. So, 1,400 for Sartorial, 690 with 30 there for the Ferromanticore, 188 for the Marauders with 330, 290 and 520. We've got 330 and 570 for the Chaos Marauders with great weapons, and 1.5k here for the Chaos Knights with lances, and 1,044 as well. Just the cavalry they're coming in and showing what you really can do here with some of these elite cavalry. 680, 620 here for the Chaos Chariots with 416, 940 there for Mortal Horsemen, and 850 there for the Chaos Warhound Poisons. 600 for the Oxyotl, with 52 for the Skink Priest of Beasts, with 72, 230, 230, 480, and 400 for the Red Crested Skinks, 825, 400, and 250 for the Stalkers, with 530, 350, and 170 there for the Chameleon Skinks. 570 there for the Croxigors, and 700. So obviously costing at 1,000, coming in at, you know, under half, and, you know, at 70% of your own base cost value. It's not a great trade-off. 250 and 224 there for the Raising the Hunting Packs as well. They get shut down heavily here by Chaos Knights with lances, but of course they do heavily counter them as well. So nothing to pin in the cavalry, so unfortunately you're not able to shoot there and run at the same time. It's pretty difficult there for the Raising on Hunting Packs. Yeah, double lancers make up for it. I don't actually think it was that memey, to be honest. I think that was actually really strong. So well played here. We'll move in with the scoreboards. Going to be a 2 there for Mr. Current Year from XMT. And let's get up a beautiful blocker here. There we go. That will do. Alrighty, so as we move through here, we'll be going on to the next one. Let's have a look. As we've gone here. Perfect. Let's jump in here. Karek Bufta will be the fourth map. Sorry, here. Second map, like I just come back. Yes. Karak Buftar. Oops. Finally, they almost feel like Mounted Chosen. I know, they looked good. They looked good. They performed well. You know, a lot of times before when I was using the non-cavalry beta, I was looking at a lot of the units, you know, when it comes down to some of the elite cavalry, and I was looking at it thinking, it looks like it's done well. And then I go look at the score and I go, it got 400 damage value of a unit that cost 1800, say for Dragon Princes. I'd just be always hugely shocked. I'd be like, but it looked like it did really well. And then it just got deleted. But then here, it actually looks like the cavalry done well, and it performed well. So, yeah, awesome. It was nice to see that, you know, you can see elite units such as Chaos Knights with Lances. I've always liked the Lances variety. I've never particularly liked the normal one. Swords of Chaos can be utilised. They do have that fire damage as well. So, okay, so Warriors of Chaos, Dark Elves, and Empire. Banning Wood Elves and Dark Elves if I haven't already. I actually haven't been taking down your bans. I probably should have done that, but I haven't been taking down the bans. Alright, so very difficult to know what to pick here. Now, we don't have Wood Elves and Dowie. Dowie good against Empire. Against Warriors of Chaos, not so great. And against Dark Elves, fine. Would I take Dowie, though? Okay. Right, so what can we do here is the question. Now, Empire, of course, are we to, yeah, Counts, and Counts will do well against Warriors of Chaos, ban Dark Elves. Yeah. Yeah, very good, very strong, very strong. Yeah, well played. That's the perfect pick. I think so. And I think here, do you go Empire or do you go Warriors of Chaos? I think here you have to go Empire. I think you just have to. Okay. Okay. Well, very interesting. This could be an interesting one. Maybe there's other ways to play this because, of course, Blood Knights are going to be stronger here. You madman. I know. I agree. I agree. I agree. Very interesting. So going into game 4, 2-1 here for its current year. This is a madman play, I'll be honest. Karek Buftar are very flat. Now, you do have your Hell Cannons. Now, you can utilise those pretty strong. Are you going to here? I don't think so. I think you're looking at Chosen. You're looking at something just wild. Maybe even something as wild as a Chaos Giant pick. Or Exalted Heroes with Mad Skirmish Cavalry. Like 4 Horse Masters. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know how you play this like competitively. I don't know how you play this as the Chaos. It just seems no matter what way you go, you've got Graveguard Great Weapons, you've got Vargolfs, you've got very, very strong blob ability, which is just really difficult for the Chaos to bring apart. Now, of course, they can bring Fire Magic, which can do pretty well. I think they need to bring Flaming Sword of Ruin. I don't see it enough. You need to bring Burning Head, Flaming Sword of Ruin, and Fireball. They're the three you need to bring. And if you can bring any sort of Power Stone, bring that as well. You are going to need mana here, and you're going to need a lot of it. And with Kaributar as well, you are going to have a couple of ridges you can work with. The tree line is no use to you here, I don't think. There is on one side, which should be for Contende side. You should have a little bit of a ridge there with some trees, but... Do you go Hell Cannon? I don't think so, because you can't protect it. I think you go forward with Chosen units. Chosen Halberds, Chosen Great Weapons, and what you do is then you just bring Flaming Sword of Ruin. You bring in that extra base weapon damage, because a lot of them, not all the units that are armoured. Like, so Flaming Sword of Ruin is, in my opinion, very good up against all those regenerating units with light armour. Increases your base weapon damage by 30%, and it gives you that imbued fire and magic damage. Now, why that's useful is that if you come up against, say, a Vargolf of regen, it has a weakness to fire. So not only are you going to increase your base weapon damage, it only has 40 armor. You can also then punch in with that extra fire damage. And if you're anti-large and armor piercing, you're just going to really punch through nice and hard as well. What's up, Mr. Dillistrom? But you're going to punch through really hard here up against pretty much all of the Vargolfs, any of the Crypt Ghouls. Crypt Ghouls? Is it Crypt Ghouls? No, not Crypt Ghouls. Crypt Ghouls? My knowledge of VC is so limited. The regenerating large monstrous infantry is what I'm thinking of. The Crypt Ghouls? Can't remember. Alright, so current year is ready. I think it's pretty obvious what you bring here is the VC. What you bring, though, as the Chaos, it is difficult. I got winner. Did you? Ethereal units, I don't think are going to get brought here, because if you just bring, I think the obvious choice here is to bring Archie. You bring Archie with Burning Head, Flaming Sword of Ruin. Ethereal units just get deleted, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, and you know, maybe I should be wrong. But this is my knowledge of the matchup, right? I think that Zero gold cost. Well, might as well move to game 5 then. I love it. I love it. I love the banter here. I love it. But I think you're right though, Cornerbird. I think ethereal units, if you haven't prepared for correctly, can be difficult. Sigvold also is the nice choice. I just don't like him. Just don't like Sigvold, really. If I'm honest. I don't know. Oh, this looks powerful. Yeah, this looks strong. Okay, for the Chaos. Oh, we are going to see a Chaos. Double Chaos Giants. Let's go. Let's go. 600 armor piercing weapon strength. Just bucket loads of leadership with that terror and those nice big bony clubs. I love it. Marauder Horsemen here in the front line. We are going to see 2 units. Chosen Halberds. Chosen. Mixing in with some Mirror Guard as well with the Sorceress of Shadows. Siggy and Fire here with Flaming Sword of Ruin. Yeah, all the stuff I expected, including the shield. Thank you. Somebody brings the shield. Stand or Die. Heroic Killing Blow, Slippery, and Auric Armor. For you guys, please, please, please bring this item. It is so powerful not to bring it. It is way too powerful not to bring it. Even if you have to downgrade a unit. Downgrade a unit and take it. It is so goddamn powerful. It's a minute of 20% damage resistance. God damn, it's powerful. Where's the other caster? Ooh, very interesting. So we are going to have a mana battery in the trees. Just a foot Chaos Sorcerer who's going to be having Forbidden Rod. Very interesting. Very interesting. So for the front line, we are going to be having some zombos. Oh, thank you very much, Tam. I've done the entire stream without screen blockers. I immediately put on a nice screen blocker for everybody. And then I forget to take down the screen blocker. I love it. If the FPS is dropping, man, I would check your internet. I've got healthy on my side. I've got a very, very good connection. Things look apparently very good on my side. Yes, in the front line, 5 units of the zombies. Direwolves on the flanks. Mixing with the Graveguard great weapons. Looks like we have at least, 4 of those units in the back. We are going to have the Mortis Engine with the Reliquary of Corruption, the Reliquary of Binding, and the Tome. In the sky, we are going to be having the units of Fungeists. Mixing in with Felbats, we are going to have the Strorky Vampire Lord. Strorky Vampire here with the Ghoul King, with also the Claws of Morocane, Opal Amulet, Power Stone, Gaze of Nagash, Spirit Leech, and the Death Shriek. Dog is here, the Direpack Wolves as well for the anti-large. And it looks like we are going to... Is this a Necromancer? Yes, it is a Necromancer. Nice. Necromancer in the back here with that Forbidden Rod. The Raise the Dead, March of the Dead, Unholy Lordstone, and Vigor Mortis. Very strong. The dead bound faster than the living. It's true, it's true. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is a bit of a mistake. But inside here we can see that the sorcerer is just going to be killing himself here for mana. I probably wouldn't kill him that early. Lover Squad. Hey, how you doing, Nelson? Yes, Lover Squad indeed, LS. Charging in with the Direpack Wolves, that was bold. They charge in up against the Chaos Marauders, trying to get some value there from its current year. Spirit Leech here on the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire. Now, we will have a Weakness to Fire here for the Stroggy Vampire Lord. And so we are going to be kiting up against some of those Felbats. But the front line is coming. This is a problem. So shots here up against the Direpack Wolves. We are going to be fighting here against the Sky. Nice charge there on the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire. Bit of a misplay there for Contende, of course, leaving his heroes in behind, which means we will have a bit of a delayed start here. Yeah, so Lover Squad is going to be a brand new clan here made by Murphalurf, which will have Contende in, also have Miss Phoenix. Yeah, she's lovely as well, so you'll also be having her. I think there's Nevermore. There's quite a few at the moment. There's quite a few that have joined the LS squad. But we are going to be moving in. It's like Spirit Leech here on the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire. Of course, he's going to be very key here. Now, we need to start seeing some burning heads in the front here somewhere. Fireball here, overcasted. That's actually going to cause some damage up against him. That actually hits into the face there. A couple of hundred damage there for the Stroggy Vampire Lord, but he doesn't care. He'll regen that back. Felbats in the sky. Burning Head here might actually catch... Well, that's another overcast that's going to catch him. And the Burning Head is not going to hit the Graveguard. It's a bit of a miss there, unfortunately. In the back as well, we are going to be deleting a single entity. Breath attack straight down the flank of the Chosen Halberds. That's really expensive. In the front, though, we can actually see that the Marauder Horsemen were fighting here up against Graveguard and Felbats. Chaos Marauders now going to be fighting up against the Graveguard Great Weapons. Probably would have saved a couple of overcasts here until the front line does hit. Just like some of the Varkites are going to be falling here in the middle pocket. Yes, Nurgle. Gaze there going down up against the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire. We are now going to be getting the full surround here with the Vampire Count. So moving in up against the Chaos. We are going to get some Graveyard Great Weapons. Good anti-infantry here. Of course, they do have the armor piercing, but the Flaming Sword of Ruin coming in the pocket for the base weapon damage and fire and magic damage. So that should be very handy. Indeed, we can see that really should help here. Fireball going down. Are we going to connect? Nice movement there. Good awareness on the battlefield. Getting that flaming damage can really help here, as we do fight here up against the Mortis. Engine regen is going to be available. We are going to have flaming damage here. Try and see if we can fight up against that Mortis engine. So they're going to be punching but missing here in the middle. They do have some pretty strong melee attacks, so surprised they're missing just quite so much. Fire Sorcerer is getting absolutely dumped in the middle, down to 600 health for him. He is going to be wavering. Hopefully he doesn't break here. If he breaks, he's in some big trouble. He has broken. Scroll of Shielding going down, unfortunately a little bit too late there. Should keep him alive for the next 57 seconds. But of course, all that overcasting has pretty much destroyed his day. He's now going to get picked off here by the Stroggy Vampire Lord. And I think that's already GG's there for the Vampire Counts. But we are going to fight here with the big man himself. Siggy's going to be getting into the pocket up against the Graveguard Great Weapons. Double Chaos Giants will do their work. Standard Die going down. Spirit Leech on top of the Chaos Giant. Is that actually at silver chevrons? Double silver chevrons here for these two. Chaos Monster will actually come back if we don't push that off. So the dire walls are not going to be chasing here. Dire walls are chasing though some of the broken Ruler Horsemen. Here we go. The dire packer, no, just dire walls in the back. They should be able to chase off the Sorcerer of Fire. In the middle, we are going to be chasing with the Chaos Giant here up against the Mortis engine. We could really batter that apart. Balance of power is going to be in the favour here of the Vampire Counts. In the sky, the Stroggy Vampire Lord just going to be regenning, just chilling, relaxing, all cool. Shattered units in the middle here of the Chaos Marauders. Frontline are not having fun here. Gaze in the middle up against the Chaos Giants. We are going to move back in with the Mortis engine. If we can fight on the periphery, we'll also get that damage around the pocket there as well. We have lost the Sorcerer of Fire. We've also lost some of the Skirmish Cavalry. Infantry is dying here, getting broken and getting removed. We are going to have the zombies chasing after the Chaos Marauders there on the right-hand side. One more unit is going to shatter. Another unit is going to break here from the Chosen. In the middle, it's just going to be the triple threat. That is going to be the double Chaos Giants fighting alongside Siggy. We are actually going to delete the Mortis engine. We could do with a clutch invocation here. I don't know if we're going to have that. We actually don't have invocation in the heck here with... I did not realise we don't have invocation with the Stroggy Vampire Lord. So we are going to go down there with the Mortis engine. Spirit is going to go down again on the Chaos Giant. We should have invocation here, surely. No, we only have Raised Dead. We only have Raised Dead. Surely we have invocation. We don't have invocation. Very interesting. Should get a breath attack. Yeah, breath attack is going to do some nice damage up against the Chaos Giant. He's going to be down to 4.1k and 6.9 for the second. Mortis engine is going to slowly go down, but it will heal a bunch of units around it as well. We are going to now move in with the Necromancer, coming in with those extra melee stats with the melee attack and melee defense. Chaos Giant's going to be sweeping here after the Stroggy Vampire. Just slamming his club straight into the floor in anger up against those zombies. In the back, we are going to get the dire walls. We can see the Chosen. A nice good charge up against the Chosen could break them here yet again. What's the leadership we're talking about here? We are going to talk about 23 leadership. Zombies moving out. I wouldn't mind seeing the zombies engaging. We are now going to be moving in and through and around. We are going to have stronger units nearby, no doubt. Double Chaos Giants are going to be on the outside. They are going to be fighting here up against the Grief Guard. Sigvald is going to be doing the work here of the Chaos as well, just really deleting all this infantry. There's really not a lot that can do good damage up against him. What sort of health are we talking about here? So we've got 1,000 worth of regen for him left, not too much. But of course here for the Necromancer, Forbidden Rod going down for that extra Winter Magic, trying to get some more Spiritages in here potentially. Nice charge there against Prig Sigvald. That's a nice good amount of damage there up against him. Hurricane Bro and Slippery going down. We should be able to punch back pretty hard here up against this the Stroggy Vampire Lord. Are we going to get a nice hit in for Sigvald? No, one miss. He does have 84 melee defense here for Sigvald. Only 50 here for the Stroggy Vampire. He has 70 melee attack, and he doesn't get a single hit off. Very surprised there. RNG's is coming in strong for its current year today. Extreme Meme Team coming in at the full memus. You can see the Chaos Giants finding relatively strong here in the middle. They are deleting a lot of the infantry. Splash damage are very strong here. But of course, we still have a lot of winds and magic here coming out of the Necromancer. In the forest, looks like we did actually lose that caster. I'm sure we got enough mana out of him. Still hitting there with the Chaos Giants. Still trying to continuously cycle charge here with the Stroggy Vampire. He's going to get hit, but he's going to regen. He should be absolutely fine. Need to get a little bit more in with the Necromancer as well. Get some of that healing in from him. I'm not sure where his... Oh, his effect comes all the way out to here, so we're okay with that. Chaos Giant down to 1.5k, the second one at 5.5. We can see here Sigvold at his healing cap. Not too sure how much left he's got on there. Probably about a couple of hundred. He's about 2.7, so probably should hit up to about 3k. We're not going to see too much more from him. Nice breath attack there from the Chaos Giant. The other one down to 1.3k. We do actually get a nice hit there on the Stroggy Vampire. Graveguard are in. Good healing as well. It's going to really maintain some of these Graveguard units for just such a longer period of time, even though they're going to be quite heavily on that negative leadership. Chaos Giant in at 1,000 now. The second one at 4.7. Balance of power is just shifting more and more into the VC favour. Going to be getting that consistent healing. If you just heal here with the Stroggy Vampire Lord and get away with it, get that couple of hundred healing in there, I think it's pretty much GG's. Wavering, if we lose that Chaos Giant, it is game over. Yeah, well played. Nice charge. Should be able to get a couple of hits in here. 300, he is going to break, and that is going to be well played, I think. In the back, though, we are going to be using Forbidden Rod yet again. The Spirit Leech could go quite nicely. I should be able to finish off the Chaos Giant. Looks like he's just going to push here with some zombies as well. Spirit Leech is going to go down on Sigvold because now we can't regen. That Spirit Leech is going to have so much more value. There we go, a couple of hundred going there from him. Nice charges. Oh my god, some fat charge with some good Spirit Leech. That's army losses. GG's, well played. Murph is omnipresent. No, that's J Phoenix. CJ, that's J Phoenix. I'm talking about Phoenix with a triple X. Phoenix the streamer, rather than J Phoenix, the competitive Warhammer player. 3.2 there for the Stroggy Vampire Lord. Very strong. It's a really strong choice. Very surprised not to see Invocation of the Heck on the Necromancer, though. Very surprised about that. The mana battery doing pretty well. 0 damage value, 0 kills. As always, 29 damage values, 7 kills, 8 kills here. 11 kills for zombies. Get off them. They're absolutely disgusting right here. 1.2k there for the Graveguard. 1.1 and 800 for the Graveguard. 1.5 for the last as well. That's a lot of damage value. And we can see here 770 for the Dire Walls. 402 for the Dire Pack. With 1,250 for the Mortis Engine. 320 for the Vargeists. And 40 here for the Fellbats. I think Void's build is a little bit like this. But I think he takes the... He takes the Lord that has the Helm of Discord, which is, off the top of my head, can't remember. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But he takes the Helm of Discord one and just debuffs in the area and brings all the invocation in, etc. And then takes double Vargeists, takes double Vargolf. And I don't think he takes a Mortis Engine. So yeah, it's pretty much very similar build. But of course, yeah, the majority of the main elements are going to change. But yeah, it's the same similar idea. But well played. 1.4k there for Sigvold. 300 there for the Chaos Sorcerer Fire. And of course, nothing there for the Shadows. I think the overcasting too much there with the Fire. I think just normal Burning Haze just to clear out that chaff is a lot better. But you can see the Marauders in the front line, 230, 92 and 200. 780 there for the Mirror Guard with 750 for the Chosen. 180 kills there for 630 for the Chosen Halberds, with 450 there for the Marauder Horsemen, with 816 as well, with 1.4 and 2,400 for the Chaos Giants. GG's, well played. So now I'm going to move into the double picks. Is it just the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord, is it? I thought the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord didn't have Helm of Discord. I thought the Blood Drunken Vampire Lord had the Tempest ability. I thought Mr. Umbrella. I think she goes by LX. Yes, I think that's correct, Nelson. Yes, I think that's correct. I think that's correct. Alrighty, yeah, also apologies guys if I don't seem a little bit myself today. I'm actually a little bit under the weather. I woke up and I was feeling really good, and at the moment I feel really drained right now. But I'm excited for this, so I do apologise if it feels like I'm Oh, the project does have Helm Discord. Okay, cool. I just feeling really drained at the moment. I don't know if it's the weather, I don't know if it's just the way I'm sleeping. Just really drained at the moment. Really drained. Let's got a couple of messages. Captain Morgan. Oh yeah, nice. Yes, thank you very much, Tam, for DMing me on that blocker. I really appreciate that. Alrighty, so next map here. Eschen, fantastic. Oh, Von Carstein has the Tempest. Right, okay, okay. Yeah, VC is probably my least played. I mean, I do play it. It's not my least played, but it's probably my... It's not one of my favourite, to be fair. I'm not a fan of vampire counts. I'm just not a fan of them. I think they have some cool units, for sure. I'm just not a fan of them. Yeah, cheers, man. Maybe I just need a cup of tea, man. Like, I realised I haven't eaten today, and... hadn't had my daily dose of caffeine, so maybe just a bit of caffeine and a bit of hype on the next game and I'll be back. But you get those days, man, you know, when you just feel just a little bit drained, you don't quite fight yourself, you know, a bit of a sore throat, a bit of a headache, but, you know, it's all good. It's all good. We're all here. We're all here. So, Eschen for the next one. Let's get it going. But these two proving out to be worthy adversaries for sure. They're strong players. I'm enjoying this. All right, so GG's well played there. We are going to be coming in with a big dubski there. So 3-1 now for Mr. XMT current year. And we're going to be on Eschen. Now we are going to bring in, I think, his main faction, which is Dark Elves. We are going to have the Druki. So Dark Elves and Wood Elves, then I guess... And it's going to be Sigmar is going to be the... Oh, yes, the Sigmar will block out Wood Elves. And we are going to come in here with the Druchi. So the Druchi up against Empire. Now, this is a particularly even matchup, I think. Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure. I think so for sure. I think both sides play particularly similar. You can see pretty cheap front lines. Good backline missiles that have multiple variants. Some with stalk, some here with lots of armor piercing. And on the Empire side, anti-large, some handgunners. You know they've got good utilization backline infantry range, good artillery pieces as well, and then obviously some great cavalry that really dips and dives around. Of course, you got the you got Dread Knights, good armor piercing, good armor. There's the same there. If you go on the other side, we do have. Brain fog. That's what we got. Not Knights of the Blazing Sun. We have Royal Outdorf Griffites, which are... God knows. My brain recently. My brain. But yeah, this is a fun matchup. Get a Brocker down your son. I actually don't have any Brocker here, actually. But who's better, Murph or Contende? I think Contende. I think Murph said that he thinks Contende's better. He's probably the best He's probably the best representative for LS. But these two wanted to call each other out. But yes, trying to remember the cavalry name. But of course, you got Knights of the Blazing Sun, which they have their own utilization, fire damage, good charge bonus, and then of course you got Cold One Spear Riders, anti-large, armor piercing, good armor, shields, and of course you got those bits dotted around. You got fast cavalry as well. You got good skirmish cavalry on both sides. It's a very nice, good matchup. Good winter magic on both sides as well. Of course, no healing from the side of the Druchi. And of course, we do have healing from this side. Of course, you've got the big legendary lords on this side. And of course, you've pretty much just got Barathi on the left. If Mimus Blade doesn't come out here from current year, I'm going to be very disappointed. I want to see the Mimus, and he is actually the only Lord that when he dies, you don't get any negative to stats from losing your Lord. Of course, if you do go into that Zarkin state, if you lose him as just normal Mimus, you will get negative stats. I'm very interested. So it looks like here, out of the votes, so we got a majority favour here in fan of XMT current year. So let's move through here and get another stat going. I'm very interested to know what you guys think. Cool, so, very interested to know what you guys think. Got a couple of messages, give me a second. Alrighty. Alright, so it looks like a lot of you guys say it's even. Some say Dark Elf favored, some are not sure. And that's fine. When you guys do report here, I can't see who voted for what, and nobody else can either. So just report honestly if you don't know. I would say, particularly if I was honest, I would say I think it's even or I'm not sure. If I was honest. It's not a matchup I play often. It's not one I've cast too often either. But I think it's even when you look at the rosters in general. Now, obviously, I don't know how the new patch here is going to affect some of the cavalry units. Is it going to make the cheaper ones better? Who knows? Right, there you go. So the tea is in. Lovely jubbly. Alright, I'm ready to rumble. Let's get this. Yeah, so a lot of you guys saying even as well. Okay. So here in the middle, we are going to see Knights of the Blazing Sun. Yeah, pretty strong there. Good charge bonus. 78 for units that are relatively cheap for that charge bonus. 40 melee attack there with that fire damage. You are going to see 100 armor with the bronze shields as well. 25 magic resistance, which to me makes no sense. Lore-wise, I don't particularly understand it. I think if anything, they should have 25% fire resistance rather than magic resistance. Let me know what you think. I think lore-wise, that makes more sense. The magic, 25 magic resistance, doesn't make any sense to me. And also, for me, it makes them really powerful. But maybe that's the intention. Free Company Militia, 2 in the middle there. They can fire whilst moving, but only in the forward direction. They're not 360-degree shooting. Would be very nice if they were. 2 Flagellant units for the Unbreakable Infantry. And in the front line, we are going to be having Spearman Shields, mixing in with the Sigma Suns and some Spearmen. More Spearmen here dotted around the pocket. We are going to see the Bright Wizard here with the Burning Head, Fireball, and Kindle Flame. And also looks like the Blast ability. Yes, Blast indeed. Blaster will be a nice magic missile that doesn't cost any winds of magic. Now we are going to be having Marcus Wolfart here with the Amber Bow, Focus Shot, Hunter's Snare, and Stalk. A couple more units here in the middle. We are going to have some handgunners for the armor piercing as well. So going quite heavily infantry based here for the Empire. In the back we are going to have some Harpies. One in one corner is going to be Vanguarded, and the rest not so much. In the front line, the very unhappy Bleak Swords, 4 units. They are going to be cheap. They are going to be cheap but uncheerful. Unit of Dark Shards here in the front line, sorry, in the back line, and 2 units of the Cold One Knights for the anti-large and armor piercing. 2 of the Dark Rider repeater crossbows for the armor piercing, and Mimas Darkblade and Sorceress. Yes, Mimas! Come in here, my boy. Look at that Cold One Dread Knight, gorgeous. He's going to have the Blood Price, the Demon's Curse, Zarkon, and the Warp Sword of Cain. We are going to have the Sorcerer of Death, the Doom of Darkness, Life Leeching, and Spirit Leech. In the middle, we are going to have a Carabidis. It looks awesome. Carabidis looks insane. I just don't like them. But they are going to have Abyss Howl with the negative 8 leadership. I think competitively, they're not that strong, I don't think. I generally do prefer Hydras with the breath attacks and regen, because these don't have regen, which is really unfortunate. And they have no way of healing, and they have very low armor, but I think they're very cool. I think they are super cool, 7.8k health. So they are pretty big boys, but they are very susceptible to getting shot, especially by Marcus Wolfheart and a bucketload of handgunners. Hey, my fluff, how you doing? You got to keep your finger on the pulse. Alrighty, so good luck, have fun. Malice, yeah, he loves it. He loves the Malice, the Mimas Darkblade. Mimas is, of course, as I said before, is the only one there that when he does die, he doesn't give that negative 16 leadership. So that's quite a benefit there. But in the front line, the Bleak Swords will be having those silver shields. That's a 55% negation to all incoming missiles. And that includes the handgunners there with the armor piercing and the Free Company Militia. What's up, Tien? How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. On the side, though, we are going to be getting the Knights of the Blazing Sun here. They're going to be getting ready here to get that fat bonus charge here into the Dark Riders. On the side, it looks like we don't have a net of the Cold One Knights. We are going to be shooting into the Carabidis as well. The Carabidis doesn't have any regen. You can see it's getting absolutely thumped in the front line. And that is the biggest problem with it. It's a big meme. I love it. But the other problem is that this happens. So we are going to move through the Empire Knights in the front line. We are going to get a fat charge there into the Bleak Swords. 48 charge bonus. Yes, there's a pretty good bonus to stat there when we do hits in. I haven't quite seen the blast yet from the Bright Wizard. He's going to be on horseback here. We should get a couple of fireballs, a couple of blasts coming through. Burning Head should do some disgusting damage here against these Bleak Swords. Look at that. Overcasted as well. You can hear that damage in the background to know that it's overcasted. Doom and Darkness here going... Oh no, the Demon Curse going for the negative leadership and melee defense here on the Flagellants. Should be able to punch through that line pretty quickly. I did hear a Doom and Darkness. Yeah, that's going to be over here in the front on top of those swordsmen. We are going to push through the Carabidis, and it's going to come after Marcus Wolfheart. This bad boy's going to get destroyed and absolutely yeeted here into the middle. We can see that Mimas is getting in and getting busy. We have some cavalry here in the back, and the handgunners are getting pushed onto by the Dark Riders in the back. But it looks like here we are going to be breaking the Harpies. And here in the back, some of the Bleak Swords have been dealt with. We can see some of the Knights of the Blazing Sun going to be cleaning up the backside. A couple of units are going to come back in the middle, though. We are going to be fighting. Knights in, up against some of the Dark Riders. Looks like some of the Bleak Swords breaking here. Sorcerer of Death, though, is in alongside Mimas. The Carabidis should be able to do some good cleanup crew here in the middle. But in the back, we have broken Malice. Someone needs to push Malice off. We need to have him pushed off here. Handgunners in the middle, they are going to be firing here into the Carabidis. But here, Mimas Darkblade is going to really dominate this pocket. Fireball coming in, and I think it does hit the Carabidis there. So I haven't seen the blast ability just yet. Handgunners in, they're firing at some ridiculous rate here. The Carabidis is not happy, and I don't blame it. So we are going to have Free Company Militia. They are going to burn away. They are going to be firing forward whilst moving. Going to be just shooting here into the Carabidis. Knights of the Blazing Sun, get that fat charge bonus down here up against the Dark Riders. They're going to break, but maybe try and see if we get a blockade here for the Bleak Swords. And they are going to be faster at 94 speed. We are going to take a fat... oh my god, it's got thumped. They didn't even slow them down, that's crazy. Right, in the back here, Carabidis is going to come back. He's going to get some of that leadership back there. We are going to have Mimas up against Flagellants. But unfortunately here in the back, we are going to see Marcus. Spirit Leech here was going down, I think. Was that in the back on Marcus? I believe it was. Blast there, hits up against the Sorcerer of Death. He is going to break, and he will now go off. He's going to shatter. We won't be seeing him back anytime soon. We are going to break in the Bleak Swords in the front. Balance of power in the Empire favor, but Mimas, he's ready to go. Mimas just needs to ignore these Vigilants. He needs to get in the back, shut down Malice. If you shut down Malice, this game becomes a lot easier. We are going to be having Murderous Prowess here popped. I think it has popped and gone now. We are going to see Dark Riders coming back in with some Harpies. They need to shut down some of these guns. Handgunners need to fall so that we can get in a little bit more in the backside here. Look at those, bending those shots around the Flagellants by the pure might of Sigmar. We need to go after Malice. Marcus, sorry. Nice, good push. We should be getting a fat charge here. Nothing to stop him. Maybe a net. Oh, big hit. Big hit as we get in. So we are going to be shutting down the handgunners. Then we're going to charge the spearmen. We're going to completely ignore Malice for some reason. Marcus. We're going to completely ignore Marcus. Dark Riders are going to be shooting in the back here up against the spearmen. Looks like we're going to break. That is going to be army losses. And GG's well played. I think that we needed to pop Zarkin. But unfortunately, that's not quite going to happen. Yeah. Jeff the Jar, how you doing, Jeff the Jar? Welcome, my friend, welcome. Welcome, Murphy as well. So all the Ellis guys, welcome. Lovely to have you here. He's going for the leadership bomb. Yes, he was. -8 there with the -8 from Fierce. That's -16. And if you multiply that by the Terror, you're looking at 21. On top of that, then with the -16, you're going to be looking at -37 leadership in total. So that is the negative leadership bomb there that we're talking about. But unfortunately, not going to quite catch there on the rest. So GG's well played. Malice coming at 280. 500 here for the Sorcerers of Death. 1,000 for the Carabidis with 320, 280, 130, 170 and 300. 555 and 785 there for the Cold One Knights with 420 and 430 there for the Dark Riders. 285, 488 and 606 there for the Dark Rider Shields with 230 for the Harpies. 624 there for Marcus Wolfhart with 1,020 for the Bright Wizard, with 136 for the Spearman, 70, as well as 170 and 64 for the Spearman Shields. 902 and 1,000 for the Flagellants, very good in that front line, with 309 for the Sigma Suns, with 388, 399, and it's like 270 and 1,000 for the Handgunners. 550 for the Empire Knights, 1,300, 808, and 740 for the Knights of the Blazing Sun. It's true, they do nothing. Doom Dynasty on the Death Mage, yeah. GG's well played. Alright, so we'll move through the next map. So that will be Schwarsterhafen. Alright, let's go. Oh, boom. Straight on that one. Love it. Alright, so it's now going to be 3-2. As we move through. Yeah, some of you guys say it's Dark Elf favoured. A lot of you say it's even. Some think Empire, some are not sure. Fair enough. Rebane, how are we? Why is he called the Strayer Man? Rebane? Might have been hoping for Volkmar there. Volkmar can do well there, yes, because he just deletes all infantry. The only problem is he gets slapped by Manticores in the end. He gets slapped by Cold One Riders. He gets slapped by all their Legendary Lords. And slapped by all their heroes. The Volkswagen is good though. He is good. Banishment's decent. I don't know though. I don't know. I think the Tash needs to come in. I think the Tash Bringer. I think Boris Toddy needs to be involved here. All right. So it looks like we have Bretonia and Dwarfs. 0 bands, and Skaven is going to be the counter against Bretonia. Very interesting. Schwarzenhafen will be the map. And how are we going to play this is the question. This is going to be difficult. It currently has a couple of ways you can play this. Summons will need to be plentiful. That's for sure. Yeah, and big shout out to its current year. Absolute legend right now. When we started at 5 o'clock, it was 3 a.m. in the morning for him. 3 a.m. Let that settle in. And right now we are at 7 o'clock, so it's 5 a.m. for him. So an absolute legend here pulling through and playing some amazing games. So big word up. Claps in the chat for this guy. Well played to him. Absolute effing legend. We had to sort it out here because, of course, I'm in the UK. Contende's in the US, and obviously he's in Australia and New Zealand, so yeah, it was pretty hard there. Yeah, Corn Umbrella, yeah. Well, I said, oh, we could start at 4 maybe. He was like, honestly, starting at 2 a.m. makes no difference to me. I was like, yeah, fair enough. Been there. Well, I had to sort out Lotus and Alfredino as well. It was a little bit easier because Alfred could work around me, and then we just had to work around Lotus Moon, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, he's telling me, but would have been much more competitive against Volkmar for the Griffin boys. Yes. Current is a professional. Yes, he's a true professional. He's just a true professional. All right, so we're going to finish that off there, and then we're going to look into Skaven versus Bretonnia. How do we play this? Now, of course, Bretonnia are going to be massively buffed in this patch, of course, because it is basically the Bretonnia patch. As we all well know. So let's look here. So we have who does this favor? So we have BR, and then we have Skaven. Alrighty, so another 0 spend. I love it. So, of course, you're going to be lots of heavily armored cavalry, but we do have some counters here. We have Rat Ogres, good armor piercing. We'll also be having Warlock Giselles that can really snipe out models. Winds and Magic, though, we don't have particularly too much that's good counter against heavily armored cavalry. Not any that I can particularly think of. We'll have summons, of course. I think we are going to see the Gracier Plague. I think he is by far their best choice. I think you are going to need probably some level of artillery. You are going to be seeing the Fae. You are going to be seeing double Paladin. It is going to be a bit of a sweat fest. I think as a Lord choice, I actually think that Skrulk is really nice here. We don't see Skrulk a lot, but I actually think the Liber Barbonicas, and also coming in with the... Speaking of Miss Alfredino, welcome, sir. Welcome. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, sir. The last time we played, we had a nice best of 3 between him and I, actually. Currently going to close this out and get some pancakes. Is it Pancake Day? Or is it something I don't know that's its currency has got a special relationship with pancakes? Knights of the Realm, mixing in with quite a few of those, but who doesn't actually? To be fair. What am I saying? Who doesn't love pancakes? 3 units of the Knights of the Realm. Made that 4. And a unit of the Defenders of Fleur de Lis. Now, of course, here you'll be seeing a lot of my French coming out, so do bear witness. The anti-infantry ROR here with that Frenzy. Anti-armor and the Silver Shields. Very strong. We are going to see the Peasant Bowman Pox Arrows, mixing with some Fire Arrows as well. And we are going to have the Holy Wardens of Las Maisontal here with the Flaming Swords. The Magical Hammers as well here. Coming in with Beric Dondarrion, that kind of mystical flaming sword effect. Love it. Here with their Frenzy as well. That's a massive leadership of 90, just a very good frontline infantry. Battle Pilgrims as well, going to be fighting for the Lady, alongside quite a few of those sweaty peasant mobs. In the front, we are going to have the usual triple threat. Oh yeah, always forget with my banners. My blocker. My other blocker. So double Paladins in the front. We are going to have one with Guardian, one without, and we are going to have the Fey Enchantress here with the Chalice of Potions. Favourite the Fey, Arcane Conduit, Dwellers Below, Regrowth, and Earthblood. Alright, in the front line, we are going to see Skaven Slaves mixing in with Clanrat Spears. Skaven Slaves around the pocket with Wolf Rats here with the Poison in the front line. We are going to see the Council Guard Storm Vermin for the Unbreakable. Poison Wind Globes in the pocket. And we are going to see the Avalanche Mortars. Deathmaster Snickage, that's a bold pick. We are going to see Plague Priest here in the pocket with Vermintide, Pestilence Breath, Plague Rash, and Billowing Death. Not a fan of Snickage here. I think he's pretty poor. But we will have the Deathmaster Sigil with Concealment Bomb, Slippery, and the Cloak of Mist and Shadows. We are going to see some Rat Ogres. The only thing I can really see with Snickage is maybe a pin. And then maybe try and see if we can move in with the Council Guard and the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep, maybe? Maybe it's possible. We've only got 2 Rat Ogres. I'm a bit worried about that. Wolf Rats with Poison aren't going to do anything against heavily armoured cavalry. And the rest will struggle. The only things to counter Cav is going to be the Avalanche Mortars and the Council Guard. Other than that, I'm a bit worried for the Skaven Force, I'll be honest. I'm a bit worried. Contende always has 0 golds, mate. He always has the 0 golds. I do have a special relationship with blockers. I do apologise. I always leave my blockers up. I always leave them up. Alrighty, we are going to move into it. The bucket loads of knights here up against a lot of interestingly cheap infantry. And the only real things that I can say that are going to be out of the ordinary is just maybe the Avalanche Mortars. I really don't know if there's a lot here to take on lots of heavily armoured cavalry. We are going to be deleting the front line of peasant mobs pretty quickly. They have very low leadership there at 33. I don't know if this counts as artillery. I really don't know. Yeah, it does count as artillery, and oh my god, that just decimates them. That's 1 volley each, and that infantry front line is gone. We're going to charge in with the cavalry. There's nothing we can do to stop that here with the front line of Clan Rats. Now, I'm waiting for current year to prove me wrong. I'm not a massive Skaven player, as I'm sure all of you know. Lovely deletion there in the front line with the Knights of the Realm. They got just whacked by the units of the Avalanche Mortars. Now, we are going to move with the Rat Ogres and the Wolf Rats Poison, so we should be able to pin in here and do some good work. We are going to poison them down and batter them with the armor-piercing rats. Dwellers Below in the back line, we are going to hit up against the Death Globadiers. 9 models, they are going to be taking some pretty decent damage. Fire in the front line, what are they going to be aiming for here? Looks like we're actually going to hit the shattered units here of the Knights of the Realm. Fire arrows now going to be pouring in over on top of the Rat Ogres. It looks like we have the Poison Wind Globes. They actually have 100 armor as well, for those that don't know. They're going to be shooting over the top, coming into the Fleur de Lis, and also getting a little bit of poison there on the Clan Rat Spears. Deathmaster Sigil is going to be pinning in a Fey Enchantress, and so we are going to try and assassinate her here using Deathmaster Snickage. Deathmaster is going to do pretty well. We are actually going to move out quite a few of those Battle Pilgrims. No real damage has gone down on the Fey, and now it's going to be Deathmaster up against the triple threat. Can't really see too much here going on, too many banners in the way, but we can see they are going to be fighting. Oh, Fey's actually on foot. I didn't realise that. I never normally see her offside of her Unicorn. Unicorn obviously giving her 60% magic resistance. Fighting here in the back, we are going to break the Fleur de Lis, the Knights Errands, and for the cavalry. We are going to have 1 healthy unit. The Knights of the Realms at the back made that another unit, but that's pretty weak. And in the back here, not too much left. Balance of Power is going to be in current year's favour in the front line here. The triple threat is doing some pretty good work, but unfortunately Deathmaster Snickage is going to be struggling. We're wavering here with the Paladin, but I'm not too sure why we're wavering with the Paladin. Paladin is doing very poorly, and I really don't know why. Probably could just be fighting up against the Council Guard Storm Vermin, maybe? But they're going to be taking damage here, thanks to the Fey when she's engaged in melee. She's going to be taking lots of damage in return, and where is Snickage? Snickage is in behind, trying to see if we can assassinate a few models here. And we'll be getting some negatives from the Plague Priest. Billowing Death will also do some good damage as well, but he needs to be fighting in melee combat. Deathmaster is fighting. Casino Bombs are active. You can see those globes are going to be firing here, trying to hit the Knights of the Realm. Fey Enchantress is now going to be fighting, still doing quite well here in the front. And looks like we are going to have another pin in with the Fey. So that's actually really nice. I kind of like the fact that we are going to be getting Deathmaster and pinning in. This is the way I thought this might go down. I thought the triple threat would just dumpster Deathmaster. He just has no melee defense. So I thought they would just literally just thump him out of existence. But she's going to break. And that's going to be a huge loss here in the middle. Faye's going to break, and that's going to be army losses. God damn, what a win for the Skaven. I love it when I'm proved wrong, but god damn, I want to know what those Death Globadiers got. They were disgusting. Holy damn. Skaven vs Bretonnian Peasants, the fight to see who wins less. Who's less hygienic, yes. The Cav didn't do much at all. Yeah, it's true, Captain Morgan, yeah. God damn it. Well, 2,300 here for Deathmaster. 185 kills for the Avalanche Mortars. Please throw some predictions in chat. What sort of damage value do you expect here? I'm going to guess in a minute. So, 2,300 for Deathmaster. 882 for the Plague Priest. 37, 36, 91, 166, 203, 49, and 200. 500 for the Council Guard Storm Vermin, 886 with 1,015 for the Poison Winds, 495, 522 for the Wolf Rat Poisons with 735. You have 802 and 570 for the Hell Pits. So I'm thinking it's going to be somewhere between, I think it'll be about 3k. I think it'll be somewhere between 2.5 and 3k, but we'll come back to it. 1,800 here for the Fae, with 344, and 470 for the Paladins. Front line with the triple, maybe the quadruple peasant mobs there. Yeah, not doing anything, unfortunately. 170, 370, and 211 for the last Maison Towels. 170, 214, 180, and 220 for the Peasant Pox Arrows. 101 for the Knights Errands, 213 for 133 kills. 1,100, 462, and 230 there for the Knights of the Realm. So let's have a look. Oh, only 1.9k, 2,000 damage value. I was expecting more. They were deleting cavalry, deleting front lines, doing loads of work. I expected more. But 18k damage dealt. That's very impressive. Very impressive. I'm going to offer them if they both want to finish off with Game 7. I will allow it. Skaven are so bad at someone who legit never plays them can also pilot them. Oh, so it looks like Morgan was the closest. No K, no gain. How are we doing? Yeah, I thought 3k as well. I thought I saw a lot of damage value there, but unfortunately not going to quite come through. 2.7 for Jeff. Not too far off, my friend. Cool. No, it looks like current year is going to call it, I think. But we will move through here. Let's get this up. Properties. Properties. Alright, we are going to have 4 there. For its current year. And I was quite late for him. Of course, if he doesn't want to play. I don't think he can play it out. Yeah. Oh, the current year is going to play. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, just day in the factions you have left. So we didn't quite catch up there. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had Bretonia for Contende. We had Dark Elves here for current year. We had Empire here, and then we had Skaven. So at the moment we've had Lizardmen, High Elves, Warriors of Chaos, Vampire Counts, Dark Elves, and Skaven for current year. So he still has Wood Elves left. So I'm predicting the Wood Elves here from current year. So from Contende we've had Wood Elves, Beastmen, Lizardmen, Warriors of Chaos, Empire, and Bretonia. Now we haven't seen a Greenskins from him, so I think it's going to be Greenskins. I think we'll see Greenskins or Dark Elves from Contende, or we will see from current year Wood Elves or Empire. I think we'll see one of those two from him. DM'd, nice. Okay. Okay, I did not predict that. I did not predict that. Thanks, Tam. Yet again, forgetting about my blockers, because I'm terrible. Well, that was nice. Right. So I was wrong on both. I was wrong. So we are going to have Beastmen up against TK. I love it. I love it. So we are going to go on to the final map. Let's get a little look in here. So I can't remember which one it is. Let me double check. We are going to have Carrick Asgal. So congratulations for the win here for Mr. Current Year, but we are going to finish out the series here with Carrick Asgal and Beastmen up against TK. So 11 votes there. Looks like we are going to be favouring the Bretonians just about, though. Just about. Burgers and ribs. Let's do this. We had one Vampire Count game from current year. We had one Vampire Count game. Yes. I don't think Contende plays the Undead, but maybe plays TK, maybe. Now, that's a quick question to you guys. I will be streaming on Twitch a little bit later. Would you guys want to see me? Would you want to do a come at me, bro, where I play for the very first time on the Cav beta, and you guys can literally just bring your armies up and you can come fight me over and over and over again, and try and see if you can just punch me into the dirt. Is that something you'd like to do later tonight on Twitch, or would you like to see me do something else? What would you like to see? Let me know. Let me know. Oh, you leaving, Mr. Call Umbrella? No. Well, thank you very much, Call Umbrella, for hanging out. Sorry that I was a little bit under the weather. Hopefully, on the next stream, I'll be backed up to my hyper self. TK this time, I reckon. Ooh. Yes, sir. I don't know though. I don't know. I actually think the Sphinx of Yusef is actually really good in this matchup. The Sphinx of Yusef actually dumps it, because the thing is, because it has that flame resistance, 25%. But yeah, take care, Mr. Call Umbrella, because it has that flame resistance. It's only 25%, but it means it can really, like, you know, it can have some troubles there for Taurox, for sure. I actually don't think Taurox is that good in this matchup, actually, if I'm honest. I actually would probably take Morga, I think. I think I'd take Morga in this matchup. An Australian faction would be just a bunch of people saying the "see you next Tuesday" word at another. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's have a look, see what you guys are saying. So 43% in favour for the TK, and the rest of you say it's even. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So somewhere between TK and even. Okay. What for you guys makes you feel like it's more TK favoured? Or maybe even? I'm pretty upset that you're not hyper. I know, man. I know. I wish... I'm going to try. I mean, Australia could make an interesting faction. Indigenous melee troops plus gunpowder infantry with bush rangers and lots of monsters. Yeah, fair enough. Like kangaroos. Alright, we are going to be going through to the final game here for the best of 7 between its current year and Contende. So guys, if you are enjoying all of this content, please feel free to smash that like button and, of course, subscribe if you haven't already. That would be huge. Oh, you think Bone Giants? Ooh, Bone Giants could be tasty. I think I prefer you shot the other Bone Giants, but yeah, Bone Giants could be tasty. Could be tasty. Well, I like your thought process there, Mr. Barrows. I like that. All right, let's hop in. Now, kind of like Asgard, particularly flat map, we do of course have tiny weeny bits of terrain, some trees, very, very far and few between. You will have some here in the red zone, a little bit there dotted on the yellow zone, but we're not really going to utilize those too much. So it should be pretty interesting here. So for the TK, we are going to have the double Scorpions in the front line and a Hero Titan. I love it. I absolutely well and truly love it. Look at this beast. He is gorgeous, but he is going to have, obviously, Shem's Burning Gaze, Spirit Leech, and Spirit Conduit, which is quite a nice ability. We are going to have the Ushopti, just the infantry units here, mixing in with Tomb Guard, Tomb Guard, Tomb Guard. We are going to have some Spearmen on top of a Screaming Meme Catapult, some more Skelly Warriors with a Necrotech here in the back with that Restore, the Stone Sharper, and I forget what that last one is. Stone Sharper and... oh, Wrath of the Creator, yeah. God, my memory today is all over the place. So, Skeleton Warriors, what's up, Mr. Undead? Mixing with some Skelly Spears. And at the front, we are going to have Archon the Black. The Man, the Myth here on horseback with that Tombblade of Arkham, the Staff and the Gash, the Liber Mortis, Doom and Darkness, Spirit Leech, as well as My Will Be Done, the Curse, and Life Leeching. Very strong. For the front line here, we are going to have mass Ungol Spearmen dotted around with some Ungol herds as well. In the back here, we are going to have the Blackhorn Ravagers with that rowdy ability for the +4 leadership and that perfect vigor. We are going to have the Gore herds in the middle with those great stats. And we are going to be seeing in the middle there some Poisoned Warhounds mixing in with some Minotaur Great Weapons, and a Jabber Scythe. In the middle, we are going to have a Brace Shaman of Wild here with the Jagged Dagger, the Traitor Kim, Brace Scream, and Bestial Surge. We are going to have Kazrak One Eye as the Lord Choice of the day here with Scourge, Apocalyptic Vision, Dark Mail, and Primal Fury. They're very strong. Beastmen, of course, going to be utilising their full Vanguard potential. Should be very interesting. Feral Emus. We don't hear about invasions from Southern Chaos Wastes in lore just because Emus are defeating the Chaos Demons by themselves. Feral Emus would be cool. Oh, we started. All right, in the front line, we are going to see some of the Skeleton Warriors. I didn't hear the ding in my ear actually, but yeah, we are going to see in the shotting over the top. We are going to have some of the Screaming Memes firing into the nice Gore herds. Blackhorn Ravager is going to get hit relatively hard there. Spirit Leech down on the Minotaurs. We should be seeing some good damage here. Looks like maybe a lot of them missing. There we go. There's a bit of damage there. When that Jabber Scythe gets in the front line, these Tomb Guard and Skeleton Warriors are really going to stand no chance here, unfortunately. We'll come in with that Bile Blood, and we'll also come in with that, I think it's Madness of Cain. The Aura of Madness. Aura of Madness. In the middle here, so we are having Staff and Nagash. We are getting pressured here with the Jabba Scythe. He's just going to be thumping here with the armor piercing up against Arkan. Doom and Darkness here going down on the Jabba Scythe. I think it's a little bit early doors there for a Doom and Darkness. Doom and Darkness might be able to break here. That is actually going to terrify here with the Blackhorn Ravagers here from the Hero Titan. Liber Mortis going out for the extra leadership as well for the Skeleton Warriors. Big Catapult's going to be firing him as well. We should be able to get the Blackhorn Ravagers back. That's a nice break there using the Doom and Darkness overcasted. We are seeing the Chaos Warhound Poisons in the back. They're going to be doing some good disruption. We could do with taking down the Necrotect in the back though. If we can take him down pretty effectively here, we could stop that Restore from coming in. Brave Shaman moving in. Nice hit there from Kazrak and One Eye. We are going to be seeing here a nice overcasted Traitorkin in the pocket. That should do some very nice damage value indeed. We are going to see someone here of the Skellies in the pocket. And in the back of the Spearmen are going to be fighting up against the Ungol Herd. Tomb Guard coming in the back, but we are going to see some of the Ungol Spearheads trying to get in and flank on that Screaming Memeem Catapults. Few Sharpty have been summoned in the back for the anti-infantry and armor piercing, trying to see if we can deal with all of these Ungols. We can see that Kazrak is fighting up against the Necrotech, not doing too much value, but in the back we are going to be getting the Hero Titan. We are going to see the Minotaurs moving forward to fight up against, and we have deleted one of the two Tomb Scorpions. The second one is going to be fighting up against the Jabba Scythe, and in the front here we are going to have Arkan pretty free to do as much Spirit Leeching as he likes. We are going to be seeing Ungols breaking down some of those Skeleton Spearmen, and it's like the Gore Herds have been terrified here with, I imagine, the Tomb Scorpion. With the front line, that is going to be mostly deleted. In the back here, we are going to see the Brave Shaman just cycling through, doing some good damage. And it's like, oh, a lovely Shem's Burning Gaze here coming in the back up against the Brave Shaman. Jagged Dagger going down for him for that increased mana. We have some Ungol Spearheads in the back. Want to try to see some of those utilised here at breaking down some of these Skeleton Spearmen. We have lost the Catapults. And in the front, we are now about to start losing some of those Tomb Guard. Ushapti here fighting alongside the Necrotechs. They're going to be doing okay. Doom and Darkness going down here up against Kazrak. It's not going to be quite enough to break him there. He might get terrified here. He has been terrified. It always surprises me that Kazrak doesn't have immune to psychology. The Hero Titan is going to be performing pretty well though in the middle. Balance of power on even. We are going to be breaking and terrifying a lot of the front line here using the big bad beastie. In the middle of those struggling is going to be Arkan the Blackstaff and Nagash going down whilst he's fighting up against the Minotaurs with the great weapons. We are going to have 3 models with that good armor piercing here. Are they going to be the anti-large version? They are going to be the anti-large variant as well. Blackhorn Ravagers in for that perfect vigor once they fight up against the Lord here. In the middle we do have the Hero Titan up against the Jabba Scythe. Good damage over time whilst he's fighting in melee combat. You just have 36 melee attack up against the 46 melee defense here of the Hero Titan. Warhound's getting around the back to see if they can poison up against the Tomb Guard. We can see Goreherd's going to be fighting in melee combat here up against this infantry. A couple of units here are going to be a little bit still for my liking. I'd like to see some of them get involved and try to see if we can poke down the Hero Titan. In the middle, looks like we have unfortunately lost the Lord here from the TK. Balance of power are going to be pulling into the Beastmen favour pretty heavily here, as of course Kazrak is relatively healthy. Ujati here alongside the Necrotech going to be fighting. Minotaurs are going to be having that Apocalyptic Vision with that plus melee attack, but they're going to be down to 449 HP. You want to get them fighting with that Apocalyptic Vision. They are now going to run out of time. Big hits going down on the Hero Titan. We can move in with that Dark Mail and hopefully activate Scourge relatively quickly. Hero Titan is going to be going down on leadership. Pretty close here to breaking. We can see negative 10 leadership there, so he's going to be taking some damage over time. Just a touch away from those army losses. We are going to be losing the Skeleton Spearmen. Coming back in are some Warhound Poisons and some Spearmen. What's up, Mr. Killaruno? In the middle here, holding strong is going to be the Hero Titan. It's going to be him against the world here with that Necrotech. Could we get a heal out there from that Restore? I don't know. I don't know if we've had one yet. I haven't seen one, I don't think. Brave Shaman going to be cycling in the back, maybe trying to help get rid of these Tomb Guard. But that's going to be army losses. GG's and well played here to current year. Oh, really? Oh, very interesting. Didn't know that. Alright, well, GG's well played. We can see there 1.4k for Kazrak One Eye, 950 for the Brave Shaman of Wild, with 2,100 and 1,700 for the Minotaur. Great weapons. 65, 175, 88, and 400 for the Ungol Spearherds, with 124 and 250 for the Ungol Raiders. 508 for the Goreherds, with 540 for the second unit as well. For the Blackhorn Ravagers, we are going to see 1.1k, and here for the Jebusite, 1,150. 30 and 79 here for the Chaos Warhounds with Poison to really wrap up the roster. We can see 960 for Ark in the Black, with 190 there for the Necrotect, 103 for the Skeleton Warriors, with 166, 730 for the Skeleton Spearmen, and 202 for the last unit. 440, 240, and 480 here for the Tomb Guard, with the Ushoptian at 720. 160 and 92 for the Tomb Scorpions, with 1.7k for the Hero Titan. 420 for the Screaming Skull Catapult. I can't think, but I like the Terror. I like the Doom and Darkness idea with the Spirit Leeches as well. But I'm just struggling there with the Tomb Scorpions. They just got walloped by Minotaurs, which you don't often see, but I like them here in this matchup. It was very strong indeed. GG's, thanks for hosting Logic. No, thank you very much for playing, guys. I hope you enjoyed the best of 7. Feel free to just, of course, come through and see the live stream. And I hope you guys had a great time. GG's, well played, gents. That was a super close game. Really fun games. I really enjoyed that. Really well played to 2 very close players here. They're very good indeed. It's nice to see some top players come together and playing against each other. Tons of fun. Yeah, awesome, dude. I'm very glad it was tons of fun for you guys. So GG's, well played, guys. Thank you very much for everyone that did hang out and chill today. I hope you guys enjoyed the nice event for the best of 7 between Current Year and Contende. Yeah, it was really entertaining. It was nice to see some great armies from both sides, and a big thank you for the Current Year. It was really early in the morning for him. I'm sure it's somewhere in the region of 5:30 in the morning for him. So thank you very much for him staying up and playing, so we could put on an excellent show here. Well played to Contende as well. Thank you for putting all the time and effort in here for the best of 7. So thank you very much for everybody that watched. Please, of course, smash that like button and subscribe. It really does help. It really does help the channel grow here. So thank you very much to everyone here today for the massive event. I am going to head out, and what I'll be doing is I'll be on later here for another live stream on Twitch, just a little bit later on, just doing some fun games and some fun things. I'll either be doing a legendary campaign, I'll be doing a Come At Me Bro, or something of the above like that, something Warhammer related. So come check that out later. It'll be on the Discord so you guys can vote, so make sure you guys are there. I will be leaving a link somewhere. Now, also, let's see who else is streaming. Looks like it is going to be Human Boy is going to be streaming. So let's wallop in there. Let's copy that. I can't raid him for you guys, but what I can do is I can send a link in that direction. So Human Boy is going to be, I'm going to post a thing there for you to catch for him. So do feel free to pop in and, yeah, see you all next time, dude. Thank you very much. I'm not sure who that was that subscribed there. Oh, I just got a follow on Twitch. Thank you very much for that. I didn't realise I'd actually get it would actually alert me for my Twitch follows. Oh, nice. Thank you very much. So yes, we will be having Human Boy there. I'm going to be obviously doing my stuff later on Twitch. So let me just drop you guys a link so you can find yourselves here. There we go, guys. Check that out, and I'll be seeing you all a little bit later on for another stream. So take care of yourselves. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. And also, if you do pop in to see Human Boy stream, say beep boop from Logic.